Psalm 5, Purify My Heart. Lord is a powerful cry to the divine, asking for transformation and healing. As we reflect on this psalm, we realize it is not just a plea, but a prayer for inner clarity, spiritual renewal, and an invitation to invite God's presence into the depths of our souls. It is a call to purify the heart, so that we may stand before God, not burdened by the weight of our transgressions, but open to the peace and grace that only divine purification can bring. In the opening verses of Psalm 5, David addresses God with an earnest and humble heart, seeking divine attention and favor. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my sighing. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray. David's words reflect a deep desire to be heard, not only by God but by his own soul. How often do we find ourselves in the same position, longing for God's presence in our lives, desiring to be purified from the distractions and burdens of daily life? When we turn to Psalm 5, we begin with an understanding that the cry of the soul, the longing for divine connection, is not just a fleeting moment, but a deep, profound request for something much greater. Purify my heart. Lord is not merely a plea for external circumstances to change. It is an acknowledgement of the need for internal alignment. The desire for purity is not a call for cleansing from something external, but a recognition that transformation starts within. It is only when we truly recognize this that we can begin to experience the deep power of purification in our lives. To purify the heart is to recognize that our internal state dictates everything we experience. We live in a world where the outer reflects the inner. The life you are living now is a manifestation of what you have internally accepted, believed, and embraced. Therefore, the moment you desire purification, you are asking for a shift not just in your outward world, but in the very thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that form the core of your being. Your heart, symbolizing your deepest desires, beliefs, and emotional responses, must first be aligned with the truth of who you are at your core, divinely connected, loved, and whole. The purification process is a return to this truth, shedding all that is not aligned with it. What does it mean to purify the heart? It means to examine the beliefs and emotions that you have allowed to guide you. Do you hold beliefs of lack, fear, or unworthiness? These beliefs, no matter how deeply buried they may seem, can color the way you view the world. You might find yourself subconsciously projecting these beliefs outward, allowing them to dictate how you interact with others and, more importantly, how you see yourself. But purification begins when you choose to shift those beliefs. You consciously choose to replace fear with faith, limitation with abundance, and unworthiness with self-love. This shift is not something that happens overnight, but the moment you set the intention to purify your heart, the process has begun. Purification is not about becoming perfect or erasing all imperfections. It is about clearing away the false beliefs, doubts, and fears that have clouded the vision of who you truly are. It is recognizing that you were born into this world with divine purpose and power. You are not meant to live in the shadows of fear or regret. Instead, you are meant to rise above all that holds you back and claim the truth of your inherent worth and goodness. This is the essence of purifying the heart, aligning yourself with your divine purpose and accepting your birthright to live in peace, love, and abundance. When you desire to purify your heart, you must first acknowledge that your external world is a reflection of your internal world. If your world feels heavy or chaotic, it may be time to take a step back and examine the thoughts and emotions you are holding. Are you consumed by negativity, by the past, or by unfulfilled desires? These internal states will inevitably manifest outwardly, so the purification process must first take place in the quiet moments of your mind. It is in these moments of stillness that you can choose to let go of the thoughts and feelings that do not serve you. In these moments, you begin to realize that the act of purification is not one of striving or forcing. It is one of allowing and surrendering. Allowing your divine nature to emerge is a process of shedding everything that is not in alignment with it. This is not a battle against negativity, but a recognition that you are inherently whole and complete. You are simply removing the layers of false beliefs that have covered your true nature. You are not broken or flawed. You are simply disconnected from the truth of who you really are. As you surrender to this process of purification, you begin to notice shifts happening in your life. The more you align with your true self, the more you begin to manifest the reality that reflects that truth. When you purify your heart, you no longer feel the need to chase after things that are not in alignment with your highest good. Instead, you begin to attract the things that resonate with your true essence: peace, love, and abundance. Your desires shift from external validation to internal peace. You begin to live your life with a sense of grace, knowing that everything you need is already within you. The act of purifying your heart is not one of rejection, but of acceptance. It is not about trying to be someone else, but about allowing your authentic self to emerge. You are not broken, nor are you in need of fixing. You are whole, and all that is required is the willingness to let go of what no longer serves you. As you surrender to this process of purification, you find that your life becomes lighter, clearer, and more aligned with the peace and abundance that you deserve. Purification of the heart also involves a deep sense of trust. When you call on God to purify your heart, you are also calling on divine wisdom and guidance. Trusting in the process means surrendering your need for control and allowing the natural flow of life to unfold. This is not a passive surrender, but an active trust in the fact that everything is happening for your highest good. As you trust the process of purification, you align yourself with the flow of divine grace, and you allow the changes you need to experience to happen effortlessly. The purity of your heart is reflected not only in your personal life, but also in how you relate to others. As you purify your heart, you begin to extend grace, forgiveness, and compassion to those around you. Your relationships begin to shift as you align more fully with love. You are no longer holding on to resentment or judgment, but are operating from a place of understanding and empathy. In this state, your relationships deepen, and your ability to love unconditionally expands. To purify the heart is to invite divine presence into every aspect of your life. It is a call to move beyond the illusions of fear, limitation, and doubt, and to claim the truth of who you are, a radiant being of light, love, and purpose. As you continue this journey of purification, you will find that the world around you mirrors the changes that have taken place within. Life becomes more peaceful, more abundant, and more aligned with the desires of your heart. The process of purifying your heart is an ongoing journey, one that leads you closer to your true self and the divine connection that awaits you. When we speak of purification, we must first recognize that the heart, much like a garden, has the capacity to be filled with both nourishing and destructive influences. The desires we carry within us, the beliefs we hold, and the thoughts we think form the soil from which our reality grows. If that soil is tainted with negative beliefs or feelings of unworthiness, then the life we experience will be a reflection of that inner turmoil. But purification, as described in Psalm 5, is not about forcing change or battling the shadows of doubt. It is about recognizing and aligning with the truth of who you are at your core. It is a process of allowing the divine light that resides within to shine through, clearing away all that is not in alignment with your true nature. To purify the heart means to go beyond the surface level of thought and emotion and to examine the deeper beliefs that shape your reality. Your outer world reflects what is in your heart. If your heart is filled with thoughts of lack, fear, or resentment, your world will reflect these inner states in the form of strained relationships, limited opportunities, and a sense of never having enough. But when your heart is purified, it becomes a vessel for divine truth, and as such it begins to reflect the qualities of love, peace, and abundance. The process of purifying the heart begins with self-awareness. To purify, you must first be willing to acknowledge the beliefs and thoughts that no longer serve you. This is not an act of judgment or criticism, but one of deep, compassionate understanding. You are not broken or flawed. You are simply disconnected from your true nature, which is whole and complete. Your task is to peel back the layers of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that have clouded your perception of your own potential. As you do so, you will begin to see yourself not as a flawed human being, but as a divine being, capable of manifesting all that you desire. Purification is an internal process, and it begins with the realization that what you believe and what you feel is what you will see in your world. Once you recognize that your heart is the source of your experience, you can begin to change it. You can choose to fill your heart with beliefs of abundance, love, and possibility. As you do so, you will begin to notice that your world shifts to match your inner state. Your circumstances no longer dictate your happiness or peace of mind. Instead, your peace of mind and your inner state begin to dictate your circumstances. The process of purifying the heart is not one of struggle, but one of allowing. You are not required to force anything into being. Instead, you must allow the truth of your divine nature to emerge. This means letting go of the need to control and allowing life to unfold naturally. As you surrender your fears and doubts, you make room for the truth of who you really are to manifest in your experience. This is the essence of purification, a gentle, graceful letting go of what no longer serves you, making space for the divine truth to enter and transform your life. When your heart is purified, your desires shift. You no longer seek validation or approval from others, for you have already found your worth within. You begin to recognize that all that you desire is already within you, and as you align your inner world with this truth, the outer world begins to reflect it. Your relationships improve, your health flourishes, and your sense of peace deepens. This is not magic, but a natural consequence of aligning your heart with the divine. The more you purify your heart, the more you will experience the world as a reflection of love, abundance, and peace. As the purification process continues, you will find that you are no longer reactive to the challenges that once seemed insurmountable. You begin to trust the process of life, and to surrender to the knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. The need to control or manipulate situations fades away, for you trust that what is meant for you will come to you effortlessly. This trust is the hallmark of a purified heart, for it recognizes that there is a higher intelligence guiding every step you take. Purification of the heart also brings clarity. When your heart is clouded by fear, doubt, or anger, your vision is clouded as well. You are unable to see the opportunities before you because you are caught in the noise of your thoughts and emotions. But when your heart is purified, you begin to see with clarity. You see the world for what it truly is, a place of infinite possibility, where everything you need is already provided for you. You begin to recognize the opportunities that were always there, and you are no longer blinded by the limitations of your past. And purification, then, is not an act of forcing change, but of allowing your true self to emerge. It is a process of surrendering the false beliefs, fears, and doubts that have kept you in bondage, and allowing the truth of who you are to rise to the surface. As this truth emerges, you begin to see the world through the eyes of love and possibility. Your heart is no longer weighed down by negativity or limitation, but is free to experience the fullness of life in all its beauty and abundance. The key to purification is to trust in the process and to know that you are always supported by a higher power. This higher power is not separate from you, but is an integral part of who you are. As you align yourself with this divine truth, you begin to experience the world as a reflection of that alignment. Every area of your life begins to flourish, for the purity of your heart creates the space for divine blessings to flow. Purification, therefore, is not a distant goal to be achieved, but a continuous process that unfolds naturally as you align with your true self. The more you purify your heart, the more you come to understand that you are already whole, already complete, and already capable of manifesting the life you desire. It is not about becoming someone you are not, but about uncovering the truth of who you have always been. To purify the heart, we must first understand that our heart is not merely the physical organ within us, but the very seat of our consciousness and beliefs. It is the source from which all our thoughts, emotions, and desires flow. It is the wellspring of our experience, and it shapes the world we perceive. When the heart is clouded by fear, doubt, or limiting beliefs, it will produce a reality that reflects those conditions. But when the heart is pure, it radiates love, peace, and abundance, and the world around us mirrors that purity. Purification of the heart begins with self-awareness. To purify, you must first acknowledge what lies within. Every thought, every belief, every desire that you carry within you has the power to shape your experience. If your heart is filled with resentment, guilt, or fear, you will find that these energies manifest as struggles, conflicts, and limitations in your life. However, when your heart is filled with love, peace, and a sense of abundance, your experience will shift in a way that aligns with those higher vibrations. Self-awareness is the key to unlocking the door of purification. Begin by observing the thoughts and emotions that arise within you. Do not judge them, but simply notice them. This act of observation without judgment creates a space in which you can understand the root causes of these emotions and beliefs. These beliefs have been formed over time, often from past experiences or societal conditioning. But they are not your truth, they are simply patterns that have been learned. The truth of who you are is pure and unchanging, and it is only through the recognition of this truth that the heart can begin to heal. To purify your heart, You must release these negative patterns that no longer serve you. This is not about suppressing or ignoring them, but about acknowledging them and letting them go. As you do this, you create space for a higher vibration to enter. It is like clearing the clouds to let the sun shine through. The light of your true nature, which has always been there, will now have room to fill you. This is the essence of purification. It is not about becoming something different, but about returning to the truth of who you are. As you release old patterns and beliefs you make. To truly understand the art of manifesting, it is vital to recognize the immense power of belief. The beliefs that we hold about ourselves, about the world, and about our capabilities shape every aspect of our experience. These beliefs form the foundation of our lives, and they determine the opportunities we attract, the challenges we face, and the outcomes we achieve. If your beliefs are limited, your reality will reflect those limitations. Conversely, if your beliefs are expansive and full of possibility, your world will expand in accordance. This truth is not something that can be forced or rushed, but it is a natural law of the universe that responds to the energy and vibration you send out. Understanding that your inner world directly impacts your outer world is a key to unlocking your potential. If you are not seeing the results you desire, it is not about striving harder or forcing things into being. It is about understanding that you have the power to transform your world by transforming the way you think and feel. When your heart and mind are aligned with a vision of success, abundance, and fulfillment, the universe cannot help but mirror that back to you. But this alignment requires surrender. It requires a trust that, when you align with the truth of your being, everything will unfold in perfect order. You must let go of the need to control and allow the flow of life to move through you. The essence of manifesting is deeply tied to faith. Faith is not just a belief in something external. It is an inner knowing that all things are possible for you. When you cultivate faith in your own power, you begin to see evidence of it everywhere. The world begins to respond to you, and opportunities that once seemed distant and out of reach are suddenly right in front of you. But faith is not about wishing for something to happen. It is about embodying the feeling of already having what you desire. The secret lies in feeling the emotions of your desires as if they are already real. By doing so, you vibrate at the frequency of your desires, and the universe, like a mirror, reflects that frequency back to you. It is also crucial to recognize the importance of letting go. The more tightly you hold onto the outcome, the more you are resisting the flow of life. Attachment to a specific outcome creates anxiety and doubt, which in turn sends out conflicting signals to the universe. Instead, release the need to control how things unfold. Trust that your desires are already on their way to you, and surrender to the divine timing of the universe. This does not mean inaction, but it means taking inspired action that aligns with your vision, while allowing the universe to do its part in bringing everything to fruition. Manifesting is not about effort or struggle, it is about alignment. When you are in alignment with your desires, you are not forcing anything to happen. You are simply allowing the natural flow of life to bring forth what you have already created in your mind and heart. The key is to stay in a state of peace and gratitude, knowing that what you desire is already yours. The more you focus on what you want, and the more you cultivate the feeling of already having it, the faster it will appear in your reality. Your thoughts and feelings are the blueprint for your experiences, and by changing them, you change everything. The process of manifesting is not something that happens overnight, but with patience, trust, and the right inner alignment, it will happen. You will begin to see small signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that guide you toward your goal. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the manifestation of your desires. And as you continue to refine your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, you will find that your ability to manifest becomes stronger and more effortless. At its core, the art of manifesting is about believing in the unseen and trusting that what you have imagined is already in the process of becoming. It is not about forcing the world to conform to your will, but about aligning yourself with the natural rhythms of life. When you are in harmony with the universe, everything falls into place. You no longer need to struggle to make things happen because you have become a magnet for your desires. This is the true power of belief and the essence of manifestation. There is an inherent power within each of us that dictates the quality of our experience in life. This power lies in the thoughts we think, the beliefs we hold, and the feelings we allow ourselves to embody. The world around us is a direct reflection of the inner world we cultivate. And the more we understand this, the more we realize that we are the architects of our own reality. It is not the circumstances or events in the outer world that shape us, but rather our perception of them and how we choose to respond. When we begin to recognize that our inner state is the source of all our experiences, we unlock the ability to transform our lives. The first step in harnessing this power is to become aware of the thoughts that dominate our mind. Most people are unaware of the constant stream of thoughts that pass through their consciousness on a daily basis. These thoughts are not random, they are shaped by past experiences, beliefs, and fears, and they have a profound impact on our reality. If you constantly think thoughts of lack, fear, or inadequacy, these thoughts will manifest in your life as experiences that reflect these beliefs. However, when you consciously choose to shift your thoughts toward abundance, love, and success, you begin to align yourself with the very essence of those qualities. The thoughts you think are the seeds that will grow into the experiences you encounter. One of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal is the power of imagination. Imagination is not just for children or for daydreaming. It is a creative force that can shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. Imagination allows you to see beyond the limitations of the present moment and visualize the life you desire. When you imagine yourself already in possession of your desires, when you feel the emotions associated with your ideal reality, as if they are happening right now, you begin to create that reality in the unseen world. It is not enough to simply wish for something. You must fully embody the feeling of having it. The more vivid and real the feeling, the more quickly it will materialize in your experience. It is important to understand that this process requires a deep sense of belief. Many people, even after imagining their desires, still harbor doubts and fears. These doubts cancel out the power of their imagination and prevent their desires from coming to fruition. This is why belief is crucial. Belief is not just a passive feeling, it is an active knowing that what you desire is already yours. When you believe in the reality of your desires, even before they physically manifest, you are tapping into the creative power of the universe. The universe responds to the energy you project, and when you project the energy of certainty and knowing, your desires are drawn to you like a magnet. Belief alone is not enough. The third element in this process is feeling. Feeling is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. It is the emotional charge that brings your desires into your physical experience. Thoughts alone are not enough to create lasting change. They must be paired with the corresponding emotions that align with those thoughts. If you think thoughts of abundance, but feel fear or lack in your heart, you are sending mixed signals to the universe, which will result in mixed experiences. But when your thoughts and feelings are aligned, when you think thoughts of abundance and feel the emotions of abundance as if they are already real, the universe has no choice but to bring those desires into your reality. It is the emotional charge that activates the creative forces of the universe and causes them to work on your behalf. It is essential to understand the power of surrender. Many people struggle because they cling tightly to the outcome of their desires. They try to control every aspect of the manifestation process, which only creates resistance. The key to manifesting your desires is to trust the process and surrender to the flow of life. This does not mean being passive or inactive. It means that you align yourself with your desires, take inspired action when necessary, and then allow the universe to bring everything into being in its own time and way. Trust that your desires are already on their way to you, and release the need to control how or when they arrive. The more you trust, the quicker your desires will manifest, because you are no longer resisting the flow of life. When you combine awareness, imagination, belief, feeling, and surrender, you create a powerful force that can shape your reality. You are no longer a passive observer of your life, you become an active participant in the creation of your world. By focusing on the inner world and aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive your manifestations. The universe responds to this signal by bringing your desires into your physical experience. It is not a matter of forcing or struggling, it is a matter of aligning with the natural flow of life and allowing your desires to unfold in perfect harmony with your true nature. The key to manifesting is not in forcing things to happen, but in aligning with the reality you wish to create. The world is a reflection of your inner state, and when you shift your inner state, your outer world will shift with it. It may take time for the outer world to reflect your inner changes, but trust that it is already happening. Stay aligned with your desires, remain faithful in your belief, and allow the process to unfold naturally. As you do, you will witness the miraculous transformation of your life. When you begin to understand that the world around you is a direct reflection of your inner state, your life will begin to transform. The truth is, everything you see, hear, touch, and experience in your life is a result of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Every single thing you have ever experienced has been drawn to you by the thoughts and feelings you have held, whether you were aware of them or not. You are not a passive participant in life, you are the creator of your experience. The thoughts you entertain, the images you hold in your mind, and the emotions you feel are not just fleeting experiences, they are the very building blocks of your reality. So, when you begin to realize the power of your thoughts, you will understand that your outer world can be changed by simply changing the way you think and feel. One of the most powerful truths that you can come to understand is that your imagination is the key to your transformation. Imagination is not just a fanciful activity reserved for daydreamers, it is the creative force that shapes your life. The ability to imagine is the ability to create. When you imagine yourself in a desired state, you are literally creating that state in the unseen world. Your imagination is a direct link to the creative forces that bring your desires into physical manifestation. To imagine is to set the intention for what you want to bring into your life. And when you consistently imagine the fulfillment of your desires, you are programming your subconscious mind to accept them as already true. As a result, the universe must respond by bringing them into your reality. There is a crucial element that must accompany imagination: belief. Without belief, your imagination is simply a wish or a fleeting thought. Belief is the conviction that what you desire is already yours, even before it shows up in physical form. It is a deep knowing that the fulfillment of your desire is inevitable. When you imagine something and believe that it is already yours, you are aligning your inner state with the reality of your desire. This alignment is what makes the manifestation process work. The universe operates on a frequency of belief. It responds to the energy of certainty. When you hold a belief that your desires are already a reality, the universe has no choice but to bring them into being. Belief is the bridge between your imagination and the physical world. But belief alone is not enough. You must also embody the feeling of having your desire now. The emotional component is what gives your desire life. Imagine that you are living in the end result of your desire and feel the emotions that come with it as though it is already true. Feel the joy, the peace, the gratitude, or whatever emotion accompanies the fulfillment of your desire. When you feel the emotions of having your desire, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that this desire is already yours. Emotions are the language of the subconscious mind, and when your emotions align with your thoughts and beliefs, you send a clear and powerful message to the universe that you are in harmony with your desire. This emotional alignment is what brings your manifestation into the physical world. One of the most important lessons to learn in this process is to release the need to control how or when your desires will manifest. The act of forcing or trying to control the outcome only creates resistance. The universe operates on its own time, and it will bring your desires to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Trust in the process and allow your desires to unfold naturally. The key is to stay in alignment with your desires without becoming attached to the outcome. When you trust that the universe is bringing your desires to you, and you let go of the need to control the process, you open the door to miracles. This is the true power of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means allowing yourself to trust that everything is working out for you, even if you cannot see the results yet. The moment you release the need to control is the moment your desires begin to flow into your life effortlessly. Take inspired action when the opportunity presents itself. Manifestation is not about waiting for things to happen without doing anything. It is about being in alignment with your desires and taking action when it feels right. Inspired action is action that comes from a place of flow, not force. When you are in alignment with your desires, you will feel compelled to act in ways that support your vision. This action will feel natural, effortless, and exciting because it will be inspired by the vision you are holding in your mind. When you take inspired action, you are actively participating in the manifestation process, and you are aligning your physical world with the inner world you have created. Trust that you will be guided to the right actions at the right time, and be open to the opportunities that come your way. When you combine these key elements, imagination, belief, feeling, surrender, and inspired action, you create a powerful force that will transform your life. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are the master of your destiny. The world around you is a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you hold, and by changing your inner world, you will change your outer world. Trust the process, stay in alignment with your desires, and know that your desires are already on their way to you. The universe is always working in your favor, and when you align with your highest vision, you will witness the miraculous unfolding of your life. The power is within you, and by harnessing it, you will create a reality that is beyond your wildest dreams. The world you experience is a direct reflection of the inner state you cultivate. You are not a passive observer in the unfolding of your life, but the active creator of it. The events, circumstances, and relationships that surround you are shaped by your inner thoughts and beliefs. When you begin to recognize this truth, you will realize that everything in your life can be transformed by changing the way you think and feel. The key to shifting your reality lies not in manipulating the external world, but in transforming your internal world. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas that come and go. They are powerful forces that shape your life. Every thought you entertain, no matter how small or insignificant it seems, holds creative potential. The mind is constantly at work, generating ideas, emotions, and beliefs that align with your current state of being. As you think, you are creating your future. When you focus on what you desire, you begin to direct the power of your thoughts toward manifesting that desire. It is essential to recognize that what you think about most frequently is what you are drawing into your experience. Therefore, if you wish to change your circumstances, you must first change the thoughts that precede them. One of the most powerful tools you possess for shaping your reality is your imagination. Imagination is not simply an idle fantasy or a daydream. It is the creative force that enables you to manifest the life you desire. When you use your imagination, you are not escaping from reality, but rather you are aligning yourself with the higher frequencies of possibility. By imagining yourself already living the life you desire, you begin to bring that life into existence. The key to successful manifestation is to imagine with the feeling of already having what you want. It is not enough to simply visualize your desires. You must fully immerse yourself in the emotional experience of having them. When you feel the emotions of living your desire, you are sending a clear and powerful message to your subconscious mind that this reality is already true. Belief is the bedrock upon which the manifestation process is built. To believe is to accept the truth of something without needing evidence from the outside world. Belief is not a matter of convincing yourself, it is a matter of knowing that what you desire is already yours. When you believe in the fulfillment of your desires, you align your inner state with the reality of your desire. The universe responds to belief because belief is the frequency of certainty. When you are certain that what you want is already yours, you vibrate at the same frequency as your desire, and the universe must bring it to you. Belief alone is not enough. The emotions you feel in relation to your desire are the driving force behind its manifestation. Emotions are the language of the subconscious, and when you feel the emotions of having your desire, you activate the creative power of the universe. The feeling of having is the key to bringing your desires into physical form. If you want to manifest abundance, for example, you must feel abundant, not just think about it. If you want to manifest love, you must feel loved. The emotional connection to your desire is what transforms it from an idea into reality. Surrender is an essential part of the manifestation process. While it may seem contradictory, letting go of the need to control how and when your desires manifest is actually one of the most powerful things you can do. When you are attached to the outcome, you create resistance, which hinders the flow of your desires. Surrender is not about giving up, it is about trusting that the universe knows the best way to bring your desires into being. When you surrender, you release any doubt or fear and allow the universe to work in its own time and in its own way. Trusting the process is essential because it allows you to stay in alignment with your desires without forcing the outcome. Inspired action is the final element that completes the manifestation process. Manifestation is not about waiting for things to happen without doing anything. It is about being in alignment with your desires and taking action when it feels right. Inspired action is the natural result of being in alignment with your desires. When you are in harmony with your vision, you will feel compelled to act in ways that move you toward your goal. This action will feel effortless because it will be guided by your inner knowing, not by fear or force. Trust that when the time is right, you will be guided to take the perfect action that will bring you closer to your desires. When you combine these elements, thoughts, imagination, belief, emotions, surrender, and inspired action, you create a powerful force that will transform your reality. The world is a mirror, and as you change your inner state, the world will reflect that change back to you. You are not subject to the circumstances of your life, you are the creator of your circumstances. By aligning your inner world with the reality you desire, you can transform any situation, overcome any obstacle, and manifest any dream. Your desires are not distant or out of reach, they are already yours, waiting to be realized. When you embrace your power as a creator and begin to consciously shape your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, you will witness the miraculous unfolding of your life. The universe is always working in your favor, and when you align with it, you will experience the full abundance, love, and joy that you are meant to have. The truth is that you are the creator of your reality. Every thought, feeling, and belief you hold shapes the life you experience. By recognizing your inner power, you unlock the ability to transform your world. Through imagination, belief, emotional alignment, surrender, and inspired action, you can manifest any desire you choose. The universe is always responding to the frequency you emit, and when you align with your desires, they must manifest in your life. It is not a matter of forcing or controlling the outcome, but rather allowing your thoughts and emotions to align with the vision you hold. Trusting the process and surrendering to the flow is the key to experiencing the miracles that await you. Embrace your role as the creator and watch as your dreams unfold before you. The power is within you, always has been and always will be.